another setup Sunday. It has been a long time since being on, the channel. However, we have definitely grown as a family on here. As far as subscribers, we are at, let me check here real quick. 366 family members on here. So that is what's up. We're about to get into Setup Sunday. I'll be going over Bitcoin and gold. Man, with Bitcoin, I missed out on an entry, but it's all good. We'll see if another one presents itself later on. But yeah, let's kind of get into Bitcoin and kind of talk this out. This is the daily where I'm seeing that we're in this uptrend here. A new high was created. And we're in this phase of a correction. Do I know how long this correction is going to go? No, but we are in a correction phase nonetheless. Whenever it corrects, wherever it corrects, I'm hoping to see this trend continue and do what, whatever needs to be done right here. So this is the overall trend that I'm seeing. However, if we go down to the 4-hour, we're kind of seeing something different. We're on this overall correction, right? So this is a downtrend. Again, this is the daily where this indication was made. Within here, this is like the indication. It corrected itself and it finished up here. And we made a new high nonetheless. After a new high was made, we're in this downtrend, right? So if we zoom in, if I can zoom in here. Okay. So, and I don't know if my pivot's on. So, you can't really see within the 4-hour, but I have this 1 hour. It's kind of where I was working at within this, setup of what I was seeing. So, I have my, I guess you could say, swing low and swing high right here. This was a low. It was created. This low came from this high up here. So, this is kind of the trend. Boom. An indication was made. Lower high. This is where the indication ended. It's corrected itself here, making this lower high. It came down here. This is the lowest it got at this 9216. Created another lower high. And then it broke below this level. All right. And what I'm hoping to see, or what I would think, or in this case of ICC, would want to see price continue back down to this new low that was created, right? So, let me get these pivots off. So I hope all that kind of made sense. But this is with these levels here. And sorry y'all if y'all hear my kids. It is what it is. So with these levels here, so I'm gonna put my pivots up so I can know. So this is buyers is at level 89,189. Okay. Buyers are here and buyers are pushing price up. So anything above 89,189 is in control of the buyers. Okay. As we see right here, and I'll put a little note, but an indication was made over here letting us know that price is wanting to go below this level. So where buyers used to have control, it was broken here, okay? And then price went down and created a new low, which is at 80 430 or whoa, wow, 8537 is the new low. So new low 8537. Okay, new low. Now price, and so we have this as the ooh, Lord. This says the indication here. And then what happened was a correction. So all of this is a correction right here. And so this is where we start to look kind of in the lower minutes. I'm going to take this off. All right, so lower high, lower high. This is now overall lower high. This is, now I got to put the pivots back. This is 93753. Hopefully it puts it. Okay, we have a level here, which is 93065. And we just know that price below this level, hold on, let me put this one here. 93091. Okay, now let me take these pivots off. Cool. So we know at these levels here, sellers are in control. This one got above just slightly, but still an overall low. So I'm going to actually take this one out. And we're going to count this one. Even though this, yes, is a lower high, I don't want to dismiss it. But this is an overall lower high, if that makes sense for y'all. Price could not beat that 93,573. So these are both just lower highs. Okay. If we were to go to like this 30-minute in this correction, this is where Sabi telling us to start monitoring, like when price is going to correct. So if I was to bring my pivots back up, y'all, when price came above this level, above the 89, 189, again, we know price above here has the potential from going from here up to that 993,753 level, correct? So price has the potential once it's above this level to get above there. And so this is kind of what I look at. Now everybody marks their levels different, so please do what is most comfortable for you. But when price came above this level, we had sellers stop it here, right? So I'm gonna put, and then when price came above this level, then we had a new set of buyers as well step in right here. This was the first swing high and swing low above this level, right? Let me turn this actually green. And so price was going and consolidating. Now let me move these out the way. So price was moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? Then it made an indication that price wants to go up and it created this lower high, overall lower high, right? So it then corrected itself to where it was not it was bouncing off of this. It wasn't really closing below. Really, we got another small indication here, but after price came here, it could not get back above. Like, it made this indication, but after that, you can see like buyers couldn't push up, and it tried right here, and when it could not get back above this level after kind of creating some higher lows, so to say, it couldn't push. So this is where we start to see, okay, price try to, let's go to the 15. We'll start to see this turnaround, and I missed out on it, y'all, but it's cool. Price might come back up and retest it again before coming back down. We will see. Um, but as you see here, and I don't know if it's going to have it in the pivots. Yeah, it does. So this right here is the high, right? This 91,969. So if we were to do that, just think high, higher low. So this was a new high. If it was wanting to create and continue on, this would have been a higher low. What price would it need to do? Because it was creating this very small, but it was created a new high, higher low. What needed to happen? If it wanted to continue that uptrend, it needed to have a higher low, create a higher high. But it didn't. It created what? A lower high. A lower high 10. It created a lower high, y'all. Once that lower high was created, guess what? There's an indication, and I bet if we go to the 5 minute, we'll see it. But then a new low was created here. And we could probably go to the 5 minute. Sorry. And kind of see what I'm talking about. I mean, this was a low. We went in. Let's see. Yeah. This was a low. This is a lower high, as we can see. We created a low. We'll see it. Guess what? A lower high. After a lower high was made, a lower low was made. And so I mean you could have gotten into this trade from here. This could have been an entry. Boom. And the target is in that daily, and it's targeting all the way down. Okay, that could have been an entry, or waiting on that overall hour level that we know about in the hour. Let's go back to it. So we could have waited, which we did, waiting on price to go back below the 89,189 level. So this right here, and stop loss would have been, let me go back to the 30 to kind of see. You can go here, or I will go a little bit above here. And then targeting here. So this was again the overall correction. So this would be the continuation. Okay. So we're gonna see how that goes. Um, let's see. All right, y'all. So that is that. Overall, that is the continuation that I'm looking for and seeing. We have a lower high. We show price. You know, I feel that's what it is. I'm going to see if I can get an entry within this area, y'all. I don't know where entry will come from, but that is what this Vlogmas is going to be about. So I don't want to spend too much time. Um, I'm going to hold off and not trade until Monday. Um, so again, we'll just have to see where a trade will come in at, and no rush. A trade will play out. Um, so for here, we are back under this level, which we know that sellers have control under the level of the 189. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. Sellers are in control below 89 189. Okay. So, and also just kind of looking back as well, I have it kind of marked off as well as an alert. But another level where sellers are in control, I'm going to put here. I'm gonna bring up. Y'all gonna hear my kids yelling. Oh my gosh, all through this. So sorry. So sellers are in control at 188, 137 belongs to the sellers. Below sellers. Okay. So kind of looking to see what kind of play. So I'll keep you updated on that if I get into this trade with Bitcoin, but I feel like it is going down back to this new low that was created. Okay, let's go to um gold, and let me try to talk through this one as well. And I don't know if I said this at the beginning, y'all, but this is just me literally looking at the chart. I did some of this stuff on my phone, but half the time when I do it on my phone, it's not really a clear picture. So me doing it on my computer now is really me kind of going over my thoughts. So, with gold, we know like since it broke above this level right here, which is roughly 3503, it ain't looked back. It's been broke past. So that basically is an overall indication. And the newest high is roughly at 43.85. Okay. Now, price did create a higher low, because if we were to think of this is a higher low, and really this is the last, I think, yeah, this is in daily, right? This level, the 331156, that was the last higher low. So This higher low created this higher high. It created a higher low. However, this higher low created a lower high. Okay. Higher high here broke down, created a higher low because it's above here. This higher low then created an overall lower high, right? But it's also clicking in my head that it closed above here, so price has the potential to still come back around and get above here. But also in my head, since it created a lower high, if it's wanting to continue or start a downtrend, because just because it's a lower high doesn't mean it's automatically a downtrend happening. In order for a downtrend to click, is that once this lower high was created here, so boom, this lower high was created, it would need it to continue and break past here in order for me to say, okay, cool, this is a downtrend. But it did not, right? So price came here. That's giving me an indication. All right, cool. This is a maybe situation. I need more. This ain't telling me that really, it's not really telling me that it may continue up. It's not really telling me that it's going to continue down. This is the I don't know situation when it was here. This is confirming, okay, now price is not even able to push below this level, nonetheless this level, so this has to be more of a buyer's push, right? And so in order for me to say, cool, this is a uptrend, I need this higher low to then create a new high for me and to continue. So this is kind of what I'm looking for. So, but with that being said, I would take a trade on this and a few reasons why. I know at this 43.81, I know that sellers are pushing price down. Cool. Price was able to push all the way down until it got down here. Which, what price is that? 3886. Okay. At this level, I know we have buyers sitting here at this level pushing price up. Okay. Also know at this level here we have price pushing price. We have sellers stepping back in, pushing price back down. But as we've seen in the 4 hour here, we have we also have buyers here pushing price up above this 399.7 399.7 level. I cannot speak today, y'all. All right, so this is on the 4 hour, right? Cool. Price, we already know above as well. Above this 41.85 level, buyers are in control. Anything below this 41.85 level, sellers have control. All right. We are above this level, and the goal is to get to here, especially if it breaks above that level that it's at. So let's go to the 1 hour. Excuse me. In the 1 hour, we also are seeing higher highs, higher lows being created, right? We got this one here, a higher high, higher low, a higher high is being created, all right? Which will justify this even more is if we can get price to go above this level here. Boom, which it is doing. Let me know, hey, prices wanting to continue past here. Bet. Once price makes its new high, wherever the case might be, if price comes back down here and closes anywhere above this 41.84 level, I will enter and for it to continue its way forward. But I want to see how price is going to play at this 42.45 level. Is it going to show me very clear indication that yes, it wants to close above it, or is it wicking below it where it's not really showing much strength above it, especially in this 1 hour level? So that is what I'm kind of looking at for in this gold trade as well. And again, I'm sorry for the blank outs that I was having um, in this, but we are, yeah, looking for price to continue above this level here. And if price breaks above this level, then yeah, I'm looking for entry to continue to this overall higher high, which is here. Also, so if it breaks above this level, great. But even more so if it breaks below above this here. What is that estimate? This 42.72 level will be kind of that next level I'll be looking for. But anything above that is in control by buyers for the most part. But anywho, that is what I'm looking for, and these are kind of like my setups that I have for this upcoming week. I know this is a long video. You can skip through it as much as possible, and I really hope this makes some sense for you all. I'm glad to be back. And yeah, let's have a good Vlogmas, y'all. Let's have a good December. The Lord has blessed us this far. Um, he's amazing. I didn't even give him a shout out, so I'm gonna give him a shout out regardless now. But shout out to the big G and every the little ones that are out here, giving him all the glory. Just thanking him for um, giving us, the ability to learn this skill set and maintaining it and giving us different avenues on how to be successful in this skill. So, yeah, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.